All right, I think we are done. I think we are done setting up. Let's get on the webcam. Okay. Uh, yeah, apologies. I should have had all this set up beforehand. Uh, we have a. If you had been watching the videos, we just closed our short that we entered in a few days ago. I think midweek last week. We'll look it up. Took profits out, I believe, Friday early AM, and then just set the stop loss and profit. We went ahead and closed that short, and the MDX indicators, the TEA, the Fibonacci's, the harmonics, they're all pointing that we close our short, and we did. Hopefully that was a good decision. And if we go ahead and I think, so let's go ahead and explain why we closed our short. And then let's see what the sweet spot is. Maybe that we might enter into a long either right now or possibly tomorrow when the New York Stock Exchange opens. I'm kind of leaning towards right now that wait until tomorrow morning, but we may enter into something tonight. Stonks in general have had a horrible run. The last week plus. They just had really a horrible run. It is the end of the year. It is the holiday season. There is tax loss harvesting, believe it or not, still going on. Maybe we just kind of range until 23. I don't know. We'll find out. We don't hold a lot of crypto. We're just intraday traders. I'm just trying to get in there and grab it and get out and make a little money. So let's start off. Let me move some charts over and whatnot, and let's first go over why I closed my short. But first, I think I gotta adjust my lighting here for a second. Hang on a second. That seems to work. Hang on a second. All right, outstanding. Let's close this down. Let's make sure we got all our charts up. All right. Let's see. We were in our shorts from. Let's change that to orange. We actually, and if you watch the other videos, I believe you know why we entered this short here. So we were short from 17,926, and then I put these two targets in there, 17,450, 17K. We took profits out at both those levels, and then we just let it ride. And I just closed this short. Actually, when it wicked like 16,300, 16,400, when I first started seeing that go down, we closed our short. This trade was super juicy, and yeah. And so let's go over that real quick. But first, before I do anything, here on the 4-hour on the MDX indicator oscillator 4. Wow, let's zoom into this. Wow, this is so awesome. You see that right there? Flipping green, the market flow, this central line of the MDX oscillator 4. I am super encouraged by this flipping green, especially down here low at the 40 mark. That perhaps we don't turn around, perhaps we just range, but I believe it was a smart place to go ahead and turn off or jump out of our short. And then also too, they haven't printed just yet, but you can see how the price action wicked down. Oh, excuse me. Holy smokes. And here on the oscillators, so we got kind of a divergence going on here. We got a little bit of a divergence here on a larger time frame. You can see here on the MDX oscillator 4, MDX oscillator 5, that that we do have a serious divergent here. Let me turn off some of these other things just to make the chart a little bit clearer, and we'll put them back on. These price targets, I like to put my price targets in little ovals, just because. We'll redraw them and put them back on there if it becomes important tonight. I love here on the larger time frame, on the 4 hour, how it looks like this is starting to like aggressively come into a band there, and hopefully it tightens here, and then hopefully a spike up, but we'll find out. Let's go over all that. I haven't projected that far into the future just now. Ah, shit. Hang on a second. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these divergences here. Potential divergences. Anything could happen. If you use the link, or if you become a member of the MDX VIP Discord, this is one other thing I want to look at too. There's super great, informative people in here, like Serwin Sum right here. He just flagged that Japan futures halted. Looking now, that's so weird. Let me zoom in on that just so you guys can kind of see that a little bit. That's so weird to me right there. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I mean, it could literally be a power outage or a tsunami, or it could be something freaking weird, going on. We'll definitely want to take a look at that too, because yeah, we definitely want to take a look at that. Hang on a second. I got to get a cigar. Hang on. And an adult beverage, because if you're going to trade outside of New York Stock Exchange hours, and if you don't have an adult beverage and a cigar, you're not doing it right. Oh, that's so yummy. That's so yummy. So yummy. All right. So I guess we go back to our just kind of a little bit of a recap from our other videos. We were definitely in as a change in direction. We had some pivots here. Well, pivots in some locations, but let's go ahead and again, we just did our just our fib channel going up. You could see how it just tags everything. This was clearly an uptrend here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Or if you wanted to look at it as a pitchfork, same thing. Let me I'm sorry. Let me turn off just to make the chart a little bit clearer here. Let me turn these things off. So or whether you were looking at it as a double rainbow, pitch fan or pitchfork, or I was actually looking at it here as this Gann chart, and when it busted this, I didn't think it was gonna bust that, actually, to tell you the truth. We took some profits out up here early. The reason why we ended up our short, we had a really great entry, 17,926. Kind of sucked because I thought I nailed the top. here. We came in here, and then I almost dumped out. I had a stop loss. I took it off. Almost dumped out of it. But here down on the 1 hour on the MDX oscillators, you could see here we obviously had this divergence play out right there. And then we had on the MDX oscillator 5, we had these tops on the MDX oscillator 5. And this played out as a divergent, price action was flat, or the indicator was flat, and yeah, the indicator was like super flat, and the price action spiked up for some reason. It's kind of odd, but we stuck in our short. We actually added a little bit more to it. We actually were a little bit less than 17,926 on this short. And we added a little bit more to it on this spike up, which really worked good for us. And it worked out well as a double top. Oh shit! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Worked out kind of good as a double top. So you got a top there, you got a top there. Worked out good as a double top. The things I do are kind of like an intraday kind of trading. I like to get in and out of a trade, make the money and run. But this turned into a multi-day trade. So we're here. And here on the 1 hour, the MDX indicator just nailed it. Called the short, flipped red. Flipped red here on the QQE. It flipped red there. It was just riding overbought for so long. Here at the top. So I was pretty confident that the price was going to come down, and this was actually quite a great move. Obviously, we didn't make this, obviously, but if we go down to the bottom of the wick, I mean that's an over 9% move. We did take out profits twice along the way, and we just closed our short down here. So super juicy, super juicy. Love it. Now that our short is closed. Price kind of wanted to come down, and then it just jumped right back up to our kind of penguin butthole pattern, harmonic pattern, patent pending, our penguin butthole pattern, where it's just trading in this tight range. I think a lot of this might have to do with the holidays, the tax loss harvesting. It could be just like stonks in general are just doing horrible. There's a lot of end of year. There's an omnibus bill that's going to come out, and if that passes, that could just that's a green light to turn back on the printing presses, and stocks love it when the printing presses go up or get turned back on. So let's go ahead and see real quick. Let's see if we're going to go ahead and enter into a short. Maybe we do it now, maybe not. I'm not sure. I think I might wait until tomorrow afternoon. I really don't expect stonks in general to take off. Actually, let's go ahead and see. Let's just go ahead and see how the big indexes kind of did. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Oh man, everything's going so slow tonight. I don't know why. Yeah, wow. NASDAQ went up. It looks like the day closed today. It looks like SPX kind of wanted to go up. It looks like the Dow is kind of all over the place. The Dixie all over the place. The Russell, holy smokes. Let's see. Let's turn that. It looks like the Russell's going to head down. Going to be super interested in seeing if where the NDX and the SPX open, where the we still got quite a ways. I mean, it's only geez, we got 9 hours before the open tomorrow, so we'll see what happens as far as tomorrow's futures go. It looks like Nasdaq is kind of coiling up here. It's super low. It looks like that's ready to head up, as well as the here on the S&P. I mean, that is super low, and it looks like it wants to go up. But we'll see. We'll look at all of this, and we'll check it out. So we close our short. Very happy to do that. And all right, let's see. Hang on a second. Yeah, I was looking at some butterflies that might have. Hang on a second. Let's go ahead and check our levels here. Hang on. Let's pull some fibs here. Turn off that magnet. There's some like super wicked wicks. Oh man, look at that. Hang on a second. That is crazy. And again, depending on where you pull, let's go ahead and take it from the top. Go ahead and take it from the very bottom wick. Yeah, there's some FOMO energy here, the 618. This is lining up to probably form some kind of harmonic here. Hang on a second. Let me turn this off a second. And let's go ahead and let's turn back on fib channel here. Yeah, it hit the one. Hang on a second. This is super interesting. This is super interesting. Let's say that is the bottom. Let's just go ahead and check some things. I haven't checked any of this. I actually spent, I went and saw my mommy over the weekend. Let me show you some pictures. I loved it. Went home, saw some snow. Check that out. Went home, saw some snow. Very cool, very cool. That's my granddaughter there, and yeah, it was very cool. The snow was kind of crunchy and hard. It was cool. Went back, visited the farm. Hang on a second. Oh man, I can't get my camera on here. And oh, we fed some chickens. That's our chickens. Fed some chickens. Look at that. That's such a great day. You know, it's the holidays. You got to go and see your family. You know, you got to go and see your family. Oh, there's that's another chicken coop right there. That used to be an ancient walnut tree right there. When I was a kid, that tree was 50 foot tall, and it would make hundreds and hundreds of walnuts, bushels and bushels of walnuts every year. And she's just standing on there. I tried to tell her, I was like, that's the old stump. That tree used to be taller than the house. So cool. I had such a great time. Yeah, I loved it. So we were in our short. Actually lucked out that the price didn't spike over the weekend. In the short from last week, took some profits, set the stop loss deep into profits, and just closed our short today. And let's see if we can figure out which way this thing's going to go. And I've been off the charts a little bit. So if this is our kind of inflection point, and then if on the one was our other inflection point, and say we came down to right here, like the 732, 786, 681. There's a little bit of FOMO strength in there. Let's say that was it. Let's see where the 1218. Oh my goodness, that gets you right back up in there. Let's do, hang on a second. Hang on, let me, oh, wait a minute. Somebody's messaging me here. I gotta check this. So, oh, here's a little trick. I'm gonna show you a little trick here. Everything moves in a zigzag pattern, whether it's a ABCD pattern, a zigzag pattern, impulse pattern. This is drawn a little bit sloppy, but here's a little bit of trick. So this retraced, let's just call this the 612. I'm just gonna draw. I just want to see something here. So here I just drew that leg there, and let's just see if we're gonna have let's see if this projects or expands. So let's see here. Let's see. Where does that land? Oh man, that, if we just go ahead and like if this just projects forward, it really does capture this. Oh, look at this too. And here's a big support and resistance zone that we landed on before. I mean, so this could potentially take us up to like 19K, like bounce off of a 19K. Let's see if it just extends, like it retraces and extends. Let's see if where this might potentially take us up to if it extends, and then we're back up to 20,600. And again, that puts us in this mess of volume right there. That's pretty exciting to me. Let me put it on the 12-hour here just to make it a little bit easier to see the projection and the expansion. Wow, that's really great. Let's throw on the VPVR. Hang on a second. I have it over here. I don't think I do. Let's go. This we started a new chart here. The chat chart started fresh. We just restarted up the YouTube, and we're gonna go ahead and so everything's fresh. If you go back and watch all the YouTubes. This is gonna be a yeah. So this is gonna be a fresh volume the visible range volume profile. Let's check that out. Oh geez, holy smokes. Just change this to like 88. Yeah, wow. And if we just kind of get back to the range here, actually let's go up to the daily and see what happens there. Yeah, it gets us right back up into all this volume area. That don't seem right. Oh. So let's change it to like 100. Yeah, that takes us right back past the volume range and right back up into that whole mess, and maybe we just range there for a while. Or let's see what if it takes us from there. Oh, and it takes us right into this. Oh my goodness, it almost tags the volume area. Okay, so this is really great news. I think we may be on an up leg potentially. Let me just go ahead and delete that. And again, I did that by since this nailed the this ABCD reversal pattern, nailed the Fibonacci so well. And if you're drawing harmonics, one thing you could do to kind of test if a future harmonic is going to form is just go ahead and draw it on this leg here, and then you could either just do a projection expansion, and the expansion is from the bottom, or if you wanted to extend it up like that, and then that's kind of like your range there. That's kind of like your range there, where potentially if the price action was going to continue to move up, that these are potentially your target points. And this puts us right back into whether or not you were drawing the whether or not you were doing the fib channel, or I think it's this Gann chart, to tell you the truth. Let's see what it does on the Gann chart. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. That's freaking beautiful. And then let's go ahead and see. Oh, geez, come on. I'm sorry for jiggling around my chart so bad. And yeah, that takes us right up to 19K. Oh man, it's very potential. There's a huge potential here that we may be on the march up to 19K, which would this this candle right here, this FTX dump. Yeah, that dump right there is this candle, this wicked red candle has just been begging for a recovery. So yeah, so let's go ahead and delete some of this stuff just to kind of clear up the charts a little bit. And then let's go ahead and turn off the fib fan. And so and then let's go back to the 1 hour. Let's see if there's any kind of harmonics here that are playing out. And let me turn off the volume just because it's kind of eating up my screen here. This is actually pretty awesome. So depending on, so we already pulled one fib. And if this, let's go ahead and just pull an ABCD, XABCD, 4 point. Let's discount that FOMO candle. Kind of see something. Actually, hang on a second. Let's check something real quick. I think I did this in the last video, but just in case I didn't, I just want to do it one more time. Hang on a second. Let's just put on just the generic, and you could see here, how this ascending fib channel is working, and just check this stuff out. Hang on a second. Wow, 618. Look at that shit. Let's go ahead and do another one from here. To here. Am I nailing it? Yeah, nail. The 382. It's just on the march. You know what I mean? It's on the march. Let's go ahead from this low, to the next low. We actually kind of put in a lower low, but let's go ahead and see if this hits like the 1618 up here or the 2618. Hang on a second. So so here's the start of the move. Let's go down to the bottom of the move. And yeah, it actually hit and this is where we kind of entered it here on the 2. And then it kind of wicked up a little bit more. Boo. But then it formed that wonderful divergence that we were looking for. The divergence is what made us stay in our short even though we were upside down. Perhaps here at the bottom, we're going to learn that, or perhaps a divergence is on its way or potentially going to form. And then maybe when that divergence forms here at the bottom, maybe we go ahead and enter into another short. Let's just do a couple trend-based fib retracements. So like from here to there, I'm just doing a trend-based. Yeah, look at that. It's just really nailing that. That nailed that so hard. That nailed it. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see it. So we just did a trend-based fib, and it nailed it. It nailed it really good right there. So on the way up, everything seemed to work really well. And let's go ahead and see here on the bottom. So when so many fibs hit so well consistently from one to the other, there's almost guaranteed that there's going to be some kind of harmonic in play. So, so if this is our leg up and this is our inflection point up there, let's go ahead and see. Let's grab it from there. And there to there. There to there to there. No. Let's grab it from there. Oh yeah, so we got a 382 and we got a go ahead and grab. No, that I don't like that so much. Down to there. Yeah. I mean, there's some FOMO, there's some fuckery going on right here. Hard to know what to put it on. So if we put it right there, let's see here. Let's check the volume profile. Let's check the book map. Zoom out on that for a second. Hang on a second. So yeah, I was kind of looking at this, kind of looking like this. So this is definitely a cipher. This is definitely a cipher. Yeah. And then ciphers are kind of easy. Cipher, you could just go right here from this point right there. That's a target. Let me make this a little bit cleaner because that's kind of sloppy. Let me turn off the fib channel here just to make it a little bit easier to see. Maybe I could zoom in a little bit. All right, I think we missed the bottom on this. Yeah, if this is a cipher, you know, that is one of our targets. And then if this is a cipher, and then that indeed is the top, then that's our other target of the cipher there. So let's go ahead and mark these out as potential, you know, as this cipher plays out. Let's go ahead and mark these as potential targets, and let's put some target price points in there. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to be right back. Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I had to run out real quick. Hang on a second. Yeah, so these are our potential targets for this cipher, and this cipher is kind of looking juicy to me. So let's go ahead and mark those as our targets. I like to put targets on my charts as little ovals. I don't know, just because I've been doing it for a long time like that. And then let's go ahead and put some price points on there. Price label, let's around there. And, you know, kind of around there. I'll fine tune these the more I look at the charts. And then I'm just going to hide these lines just to make the chart a little bit more clear. I actually had a guy take a picture of my of my of my annotations or my notes or my scribblings, just because he thought it was crazy. I had so many on there, but that was like a couple weeks ago. I thought that was kind of funny. Man, we might have missed the bottom on this, but I don't think so. I think we're going to have another second chance to come and hit this. I think this is it. I think let me get rid of this just so everybody. This is a cipher pattern, by the way. There's is it potentially anything else? No, it's not going to be anything larger. That FTX dump was kind of a the FTX dump was kind of erased the board. I don't think I could really pull out to like the 6 hour or daily. I don't think I could do that. I think here on the 1 hour and 4 hour for intraday trading is probably the place to stay. Okay. And completely possible. Let's just do, I'm just going to pull one more fib retracement from the top to the bottom here. Let me kind of slide it over to the side. And you could kind of see, we didn't pull this fib retracement. We just pulled, we have this cipher pattern overall, and we marked out the two potential price targets as being here, the 17,361 and 18,342. And we just pulled, and it's kind of funny how all this stuff kind of, how all this kind of just comes together like that. But check this out. If this cipher pattern actually plays out, and we hit this target here, it nails on the fib retracement of this leg right here. It nails the 0.5 and it nails the 1 perfectly, absolutely perfectly. Let me turn this off because we are no longer in our short. Yeah, I'm digging it. Okay, so I want to enter into a long. I'm not in the long yet. Let's go ahead and check our indicators, and we can look at other indicators, but let's look at the MDX indicators. There's whatever indicators you love, I guarantee the same information presented in a much better way is in the MDX indicators. But let's go ahead and check out the MDX indicators real quick. Let's go ahead out to the 8 to the 4 hour, and we already at the very beginning of the video, we love this. We love this, by the way. We love that the MDX oscillator 4, it's a decoupled QQE ribbon that rides along market flow, sandwiched in Bollinger Bands, or what you could think of as like Bollinger Bands, and how this, look at that, how that kind of flips that. Let's see if it, let's just look right there and see if that kind of projected the top here on the 4 hour. And let's zoom this over right here. Oh my goodness, when it flipped over right there, boom, nailed the top. But we also had divergences there, and we actually pointed this out in the MDX VIP algo Discord channel. Look at this. You got consistent back to back a 3-banger on the 4 hour, a divergence. It's marked out here on the oscillator 5. Price action clearly going up along this leg here of the cipher, and then a deep dive. And I believe we posted in the Discord channel that this potentially could be like a super serious deep dive, and it was a if you happen to catch the top to the bottom, it's so hard to catch the tops to the bottom. I mean, that's a 10.5% move. So that so the MDX oscillators caught that perfect. Or use it in conjunction with your TEA and your support and resistance levels or your harmonics that you draw. Yeah, no, this is actually looking pretty good. So here on the oscillator 4, you actually got kind of come on, Jesus, come on, work with me. So you got kind of flat on the QQE or the ribbon. You got kind of flat oscillator action, but here you got, obviously decreasing with that wicked Asian wick that just happened. You got price action moving down, and then even more clearly on the oscillator 5, you got upward action on the oscillator 5 with clearly defined, downward price action. I think, though, the 4 hours is a large time frame, and a lot can happen in there. Price could move, quite a lot on the 4 hour time frame. Let's go ahead and check the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what's happened on the MDX oscillator on the 1 hour time frame. I'm kind of digging this right here. I'm digging that little volume spike right there. I'm digging this here. One thing I like to do is on my oscillator 4, I like to draw a 60 line and I like to draw a 40 line. It also, on the oscillator itself, you could turn on a 30 line and you could turn on a 70 line. That's that red line and that green line. But yeah, geez, I think I'm digging this. I think this is coming up. We're so deep, and it's flashing the signals. On the 1 hour, we're kind of hanging out down low for quite a while. I think we're heading up. Yeah, I think we're heading up. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this. I'm kind of digging everything that I'm seeing. I'm fairly confident that, barring an Elon Musk tweet or some stupidness news, if all you had to look at was TA, volume, indicators, harmonics, I'm pretty confident that we're on our way up now. I'm confident enough that I want to enter into a long. So I'm going to enter into a smidge long right now. Just a smidge long. I don't even have my Femex open. Hang on a second. Let me open up my Femex. Which account do we? Let's use that account. All right. Okay, I'm just going to enter into a smidge of a 1 just because I want to have some exposure to a long, because it's very possible that price just kind of either lingers here until tomorrow morning and then pumps, or it's very possible sometimes on the overnight, sometimes the Asian markets like to pump it. So I did not catch the bottom. In this particular trade, let me close this to make it a little bit more clear for you. So in this particular trade, I did not catch the bottom. I just want to enter into a little bit of long exposure. I don't do super high leverages like everybody else. So on this one, I'm just going to come in for a little bit at like 3x, and just to have some long exposure. I'm actually hoping that that price action kind of comes down a little bit, like something like that. Kind of comes down, maybe even catch a wick a little bit lower. So I'm going to enter in, I'm going to put in a few more that will increase my position, down here around 16,400. I might even park a couple orders down here at like 16,300. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. Hang on a second. Oh man, that was such a juicy trade. we almost nailed the top, and I was getting a little scared actually when because there was a I think it was crabs. There was some crab harmonics, and then there was just like I don't know, there was some like some FOMO energy here that we did not. We turned off our stop loss. We stayed with it. We actually entered more into the trade, and our short, a super juicy trade. So we're really proud of that one. Super proud of that one. Yeah. Actually, I still have I actually have a few contracts here still in the short. So let me close those first. Actually, I don't have to. Let me just go long. Let me just go long. I can't. Oh, it filled. So let me go ahead and. Okay. So I have a little bit right here. Just to get a little bit of exposure, and I'm going to stick with it. And our stop loss is, and I'll go ahead and post it here. And our stop loss is down below this point, and actually, it'll be halfway between. Let's go ahead and put our. Yeah, let me see, where am I going to put this stop loss at? So I'm going to put my stop loss halfway between these two fib levels. So let's go ahead and put that in there now. Actually, let me. My order going to fill? Yeah, that order might fill. So I'm going to put my stop loss about a little bit halfway lower than these two fibs. Because honestly, if we come down much lower than this, we're probably just going to lose it. We'll probably just lose the level, and we'll go ahead and get stopped out here. Hang on a second. Long position. So I'm getting in right there, and then I'm going to put my stop loss about right around halfway there. We'll check the volume profile too. And then this is our first take profit here. So let's go ahead and compact stats, always show stats. Let's go slide that over. So we are, oh geez, I can't even see that. Hang on a second. Let me zoom in a little bit. So that's like a 1-to-1. That's not really very smart, but I think actually we're heading up here. I think we're heading up there, and that's like 2.5 to 1. But that's currently our trade that we're entering now. It's a very, very small position. So I'm not too concerned that if I get stopped out or lose this, or if price gets down too low, that we get stopped out. Not too concerned about that. I actually kind of want price to come down because I want a lower position. You don't really want to enter here in the middle, but so let's go ahead and enter some more. Let's see here, 16,600. Let's go like, I don't know. Pretty confident about this. Well, not really. It's the holidays. It's the end of the year. Tax loss harvesting. Fucking stupid fucking news. Stupid fucking omnibus bills. Let's just do, I don't know, a few $100, or not $100, a few hundred contracts. Trading on Femex, USD, Bitcoin pairs. I believe the contracts are 0.01, 0.001. I don't know. So let's put in a bunch here. 16,600, and then I'm just going to kind of jiggle. Let me put in like 5-6 of them, maybe 10 of them, and then let's kind of jiggle those around. Let's kind of spread those out a little bit. Hoping for some fuckery over here overnight. Hang on a second. I'm just kind of jiggling my orders around a little bit. Just all right. And then I got orders set down in I am in for a long right now. My long position is 16,790. So let's go ahead and mark that on the chart. Text 16,790. It's very small. Very small. Small, and I'm at 3.5x. And I have additional orders parked, you know, all the way from 16,600, actually all the way down there. I got some, you know, I got some additional orders parked there. And hopefully we do, you know, kind of a little, like, you know, something like that. Hopefully we do something like that tonight. So that's it. We're in our order. That's, we entered into a short. It was super juicy. We made some good coin on that one. We currently got some long exposure right now, and hopefully we could build the long. I think tomorrow, it's overnight. It's midnight here on the East Coast of the United States. Yeah, it's midnight here on the East Coast of the United States. Weird things happen overnight. We'll reevaluate this in the morning. Let me set the stop loss. Hang on a second. Stop loss. Okay. Okay, stop loss. I'm going to slide that down. I'm not super concerned. Stop loss down at 16,179. 16. Let me put it under 16,150 just in case. I'm just sliding it a little bit under 16,150. Not too concerned. Like I said, if this if something happens over the night, I'm and we wick lower here, even though it may not, you know, it may bounce off 16,100, it may bounce off 16,000. If we start putting in lower price points, I think it either just ranges or just collapses after that. So I'm not too concerned if we if I get stopped out of this. Again, it's not a very big position. I'm actually kind of counting on price to come down a little bit more to kind of catch. I have like a half dozen orders in. I think though in the morning, how price behaves and how the indexes behave and stocks in general behave early in the morning. I think I may reevaluate. I think I'm pretty cool right now. And then so let's call this a video. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you guys. Hey, a little. Where is it? I was looking at. I've actually been looking at this for a long time. It's a lithium stock. It's a small company, or it's a small cap stock. It trades on the New York Stock Exchange. It has incredible. Oh, I think maybe I have it on this chart here. LAX. Or I'm sorry, LAC. Yeah. I do have it on here. And let's just zoom out to the 4 hour. This I've been watching this for quite a while, and it really does. It's really been outperforming the stocks in general, as far as the dips, ups and downs. Everything's kind of following since the COVID low. The ramps up and the ramps high. It's Lithium Americas Corp. I think it's a good stock. I think it's a great company. It trades on the New York Stock Exchange, so I'm really happy about that. But I'm actually hoping for this thing. To kind of take a bounce right here, and I may go ahead and buy a chunk of this. I might go ahead and buy a chunk of this. Maybe. It behaves really well at the tops. It follows divergences, and if you were just wanted to do intraday trading, it's got nice volatility. It's got super nice volatility. Let's just go out to the daily candles so I could show you some of these. So we're out here on the daily candles. So each one of these candles is obviously a day. But if you were just trying to trade intraday, I mean, check out some of these candles. I mean, this gapped and goed 10%. Where there it is. Like yesterday, it went 6%. You know, there's some super decent. Let's see here. Am I on log scale? Let me put it on log scale. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It seems like yeah, you got this kind of wedge pattern here. I don't know. It's possible it could break. I don't own it yet. This is something I might go ahead and buy a chunk of tomorrow. But if you wanted to, you know, kind of diversify a little bit, I think this might be a I think this might be a winner. LAC. If we break this structure, I think we kind of come down here and we tag the $12 mark, honestly. But if we take a bounce here, if we take a bounce here tomorrow, yeah, if we break this structure right here and just nobody wants to come in, I really do think we come down here to the $12 mark, I think. Or if we take a bounce here, depending on how, you know, let's see what happens in the morning. I think we kind of come back up here to test some of these kind of highs. I don't think we just move sideways here, you know, through the end of the year. I don't think we do that. But yeah, no, it's LAC, Lithia Americas Corp. Everybody needs lithium. Everybody needs lithium. Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I've been I read up on them. I think it's a good stock. And but like I said, not financial advice. I'm not Jim Cramer. I am definitely not Jim Cramer, and I'm not giving financial advice. But I think this is a good. If you're into intraday trading, I think this is a good one. You could kind of make some money on. And it outperforms most indexes and outperforms a lot of other kind of stocks. And we're right here at a decision point. So I'm going to look at this in the morning too, and I may buy a chunk of this. So that was it, man. I hope you all find anything I say not financial advice, but at least entertaining. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. And let's find out tomorrow if we're ranging or if my orders fill, you know, or if price goes up, or who knows, you know, maybe shit dumps. But yeah, hey, good luck on the trade.